Crystal Swirl's reaction. Didn't piece in there. So we are here. 2 minutes and I'm gonna start with or without you. I'm gonna go ahead and start this at the minute mark. For those who come later, don't have to wait long. And here we go. This one was short by her standards, about an hour and a half. Welcome, starting from the beginning.
Live. This live is about two black women who are like minded. This live is about two black women who have their own YouTube channel and they are out there putting out great content for black women. They are like minded black women who are ahead of this movement. What movement is that? The movement to get away from the negative stereotype of what black women represent.
You.
These two young ladies are representing black women in a positive way.
You're not.
They're putting out content that needs to be seen. They are the voice of black women that you don't get to hear. Geisha Peach, I'm not sure what her situation is, where her residence is right now.
Thought you said she was in Japan.
Black men are not the only ones with passports. This sister got her passport and she got the hell out of Dodge. She experienced a new culture, a new lifestyle. And I love this for black women. I really love this because I believe black women need to get the hell out of the United States and see what's out there. Now, as far as Lexus Exodus,
you just said you didn't know.
Lexus Exodus, I am proud to say she was a subscriber. She still is a subscriber of mine that used to just watch YouTube. She was searching for a community of her own where she fit in. And she once jumped into my comment section and she said, Crystal, do you think I should start my own YouTube channel? I said, go for it. I didn't think she was serious, but the next thing I knew, Lexus Exodus not only started a YouTube channel, but it became very popular. And the content was the type of content that we crave to see. Now, I just wanted to talk about one of her videos that really touched me. One of the videos that she put out was about something called destiny swapping. And this is something that all black women need to be made aware of. What is destiny swapping? It's basically when somebody trades places with you. They steal your energy. They steal your destiny. What was meant for you ends up being for them. It was an excellent video. If you want to check it out, go to her channel. Don't just share the video, but like and sub and really look at some of the shit that this girl is doing. You know, she's the voice for the voiceless. Now, before these two girls broke out on the scene, a lot of us didn't even contemplate doing something like what Geisha Peach did, which is to live in a place like Japan. Japan? Who the fuck does that? She made us know that it's possible for black women to break out of their shell, to see what else is out there,
I'm sure she's not the first.
to explore the world and not just drink the Kool-Aid that's been told that we should drink. Date this type of man. Live in this type of location. You know what I'm saying? And eat this type of food. She got us out of that. And that's why Disha Peach is a pioneer, because she's the face of the new black woman. Lexus Exodus is also a voice for modern black women.
And you had 300K talking about living in the suburb with Brad. And what did you do with that 300K? And where are you living? In Jacksonville, across the street from the projects.
Be called Keisha, Tasha, Shaniqua. We trying to get out of that. And if you really want to find a community of like-minded black women, this is where the support these two girls have shown me is it touches me to the bottom of my heart. And I just wanted to thank both of them, not only for their generous donations, but for believing in me, for standing by me,
it's also because she knows
and
ghetto and
for
fit in.
not believe.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to the who is and who's not the face of divestment. That was a discussion they had.
Even the negative notoriety that they seen about Crystal Swirls on YouTube, they saw past that.
Hey Moonstone.
They realized, shout out to Taylor and Toujours, Amour Toujours. They saw past the negativity. They realized that I was being targeted, I was being ostracized, and made an example out of in order to scare black women into submission, to scare us from speaking out and telling our truths.
Hey Storm, she's giving shout outs to some of her subs right now. They're going to get into talking about the face of divestment, who is, who isn't, and she's going to bring up Milkman as well.
So they saw past that bullshit. They said, look at what we still got your back. We still gonna support you in every way. And these two women are very special to me.
Weight loss. When she got out of jail, she talked about she lost 70 or 75 pounds, and she's currently at 77 pounds. After all that talk of losing 72 pounds a month, 18 pounds a week, blah, 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 she's at 77 pounds. And her birthday is coming up. She's supposed to be at 171. It's not going to happen.
And these are only two of the women that are special to me. Trevanne Foxton is another one who is a very big supporter of mine. ALW, Golden Rose, Khadija, Quadratic Equation, Scarlett. Scarlett is a very close friend of mine.
Trayvon is looking
for
that quality
Tyrone. We talk on the phone all the time. And she helped me see the viewpoint of younger people.
Yeah.
And I could be on the phone with Scarlett for hours.
Yes.
For hours. And it made me feel young again. It opened up my mind to the younger generation. So shout out to Scarlett for being my friend. Another one who's close to me, Earthling One. I've talked to Earthling One on the phone. And Earthling One shared her trials and her tribulations with me. She's always in my live. She's always in my comment section. So I'm going to give a special shout out to Earthling One. And all of these, if I didn't mention your name and you're close to me, I apologize from the bottom of my heart. But we kind of know that you know, this community that we are building is very special. It's very special to us. I never in my wildest dreams thought I would end up being friends with black women like this. I thought that a lot of black men were out to get me. They had a lot of self hatred. But these young ladies that I mentioned,
Self hatred.
they helped me see that not all black women are are full of self hatred or have issues. Some of them are beautiful, developing their spirituality,
Hey, Mo.
and and it's a beautiful thing. What's happening now? We're crossing barriers of age. We're crossing barriers of location. I'm a little bit on the ratchet side. I'm from Brooklyn. I had a rough background, but I'm making friends with people that are more polished than me. I, for instance, Scarlett is a polished young lady. This girl's in college. I've been to college before, but she's in college, and she comes from good background. Her people they have ownership of property. Scarlett's doing good for herself. She's the only child. So these are the type of people that I always wanted to be friends with, and they let.
But yet these polished college, whatever women, when you were missing from YouTube, who's the one that found out where you were? Who's the one that found out your ass was in jail? They didn't care to look for you. I did that.
Me know, Crystal. Even though we have different backgrounds, you know, they were never stuck up. Somebody like Geisha Peach could easily be stuck up and be like, Krista, I don't wanna deal with you. You too rough around the edges. She never treated me like that. Geisha Peach was gave a very big birthday present through Cash App. So did ALW and Lexus Exodus. Okay, and they let me know, yo, we got you, Crystal. We are out here. We are not wearing bonnets on our head.
How come none of them bothered to bail her out
Okay,
of jail
they
since they're
support
such good friends?
black
Right.
women living healthier lifestyles. They were very supportive of my
None
weight
of them
loss
gave a damn when
efforts.
she was MIA. Yup.
Very supportive. They said, Crystal, you could do it. They're part of the reason why I lost 77, maybe more than that by now. But they're part of the reason why I lost close to 100 damn pounds.
No, that's jailhouse food. That's why you lost
They
it.
said, Crystal, pick yourself up. I know you're going through some shit right now, but pick yourself up and get the weight off. It's going to make your life better. And because of them, it's because of these girls that I mentioned. Khadija is also another one that was very supportive of my weight loss. I talk on the phone with Khadija as well. These girls push me to be a better person. They push me to not succumb to depression,
Succumb. Succumb.
to bad
Succumb.
habits,
Succumb.
lifestyle choices. They push me. So this is why I say, shout out to Miss Divine in the chat. Bliss. Bliss said, Crystal, we love you for your authenticity. Keep being you. This is why I do what I do. Because the love is still there. The support is still there. I was being bullied so bad on YouTube, it drove me into a deep depression. I didn't want to do videos no more. I took down all my videos. I said, fuck this shit. Black women hate me. They're not supporting me.
Which one would that be? Would that be the caramel, the bronze, the peanut butter ones, the darkies? Who you gonna stand a sun because you don't want to be black like them? Which ones are you talking about? I'd like to know.
You know, and I'm being bullied. They're making fun of me. How to dig myself out of that depression, get my mind focused, and really analyze my life and say, you know what, I could do better than this. Almost being 400 pounds at one time was a horrible experience. I will never be like that again. And it took me a while to get my shit together, but when I came back to YouTube, I came back
They
because I
literally
had
send her
formed a
pennies to
deep
make a
relationship,
fool of
a
herself.
deep
She's a
friendship
moron. Yeah,
with
Momo.
two girls that um, were younger than me significantly. These girls are young girls. They only in their 20s. Khadijah's in her late 20s, and Scarlett is in her mid 20s. And both of these girls stayed on the phone with me for hours. We talked.
Asia Peach was quick to distance
They
herself
they
from
were
her
my
when she was locked
lifeline
up. Sure was.
for digging myself out of a depression, for
Sure
feeling
was.
like somebody was there to listen to me, that cared about me. And that means a lot. That's why I say it's important for black women to support each other, not just monetarily, but friendship wise. When I came back to YouTube, I was received with open arms by Lexus Exodus. She sent me $100 cash app. She said, Crystal, welcome back. I think that's her second time doing that.
Asia Peach claims she had no
Geisha Peach
idea
is
about
another one.
Angelo and the whole
With
situation
the cash
about
app.
Tony
And
Clancy,
even if you
but
are
there is
not able to send a
screenshot to
$100
one
cash
of
app,
her being in
I've had
Crystal's
girls send me
chat.
$2, $5.
Oh yeah, they turn a blind eye. They turn a blind eye when we point it out. Me and other people who react to her, when we point that shit out, yeah, they turn a blind eye.
Do you know what it's like to be flat broke? And I'm talking about flat broke because I'm in a situation right now where most of my money is,
Non-existent.
being eaten up by court fees. Okay. And if you flat broke and you need to buy some cucumbers, some apples, somebody like Pretty Black Magic will pop up, sent me a $10 cash app, turned my whole week around, and I was able to stay on track. Because Pretty Black Magic, who is also
The only people that were
very
bullied
much like
was
me in many
Crystal's
ways, because
disabled son and the adult son she
you
raised
know,
as children. Right.
I'm a W-I, you know,
That's
it
her
starts with the
karma.
W. And we fly on brooms. You get the picture. But yeah, Pretty Black Magic, she turned my whole week around. So it's stuff like that makes me it puts a smile on my face, and it makes me know that as black women, if we could keep this type of energy, if we can keep this type of support going and not turn on each other, you know, not tear each other down like certain people. I don't want to say the YouTuber's name, but certain YouTubers that put out negative content about me for years attacking me.
Who's putting out negative content about you? Who are you talking about? Because I just react to what you put out as others do. So who's actually putting out negative content about you other than yourself?
If we could keep this type of energy, this is what we need to see on YouTube. I'm so proud that we overcame the hatred,
Yes, you
the
did.
stereotypes, the bullshit, and we
I remember calling them
are all
darkies.
about light, love, and positive energy over here. I love it. I love it. I love it. Because the other shit was so toxic. And all my girls were saying, Crystal, I'm so glad to be back on YouTube. I am so glad. Oh my God. And I kept saying, I asked the Mother Divine, clean the space. Make it a sacred space where we can form a friendship, where we could share content that we need to be seeing. Because we can't depend on the manosphere to put out content that relates to us. Stuff like destiny swapping. No. We can't depend on the manosphere
Oh, I bet she's
and
talking.
Becky. to put
Yeah,
out content like Geisha Peach puts out, talking about living in
I
Japan.
agree, Moonstone.
Geisha Peach talks about crypto and Bitcoin, and
Definite
how black
cautionary
women could jump
tale.
in on that and investing. We need these are the type of girls we need on YouTube. Now, Unearth the Candle company said Pretty Black Magic is the greatest of all time, like yourself. Yup, she is. But her channel keeps getting taken down. Love you both though. So they are
Really?
attacking my girl. I don't know what they doing to. I don't. For some reason, they don't bother. Thank God they leave Lexus Exodus alone. Lexus Exodus got a
She's
clean
definitely taking a
reputation.
shot at Miss
She puts
E.
out great
Yep, she
content.
is.
But the reason why they don't bother her is because, I guess, because of that. But Pretty Black Magic is a little bit different. She's like me in a lot of ways, and she's a Creole,
By the way, I see.
and she does her little sprinkle. You know what that is?
By the way, I
I
see
don't have to
Trayvon
spell it
Foxing
out.
over on her channel, even though Crystal
But
sees hers.
yeah, talking about.
Yeah, I be paying. I watch Miss E sometime, depending on what she talking about, especially if it's Crystal stuff that I may not catch. Yeah, I've seen Trayvon over there, and I'd be like, if only. I'm sure Crystal knows. She just turned a blind eye because she's been warned, and she brought up people are trying to turn me against Geisha Peach and Trayvon Fox, and so she's seen it. Seen it.
Was W's. So that's why I said we gotta support Pretty
So when
Black
they used to
Magic,
call her
y'all.
PO, hell
Uh,
yeah.
they taking down her content. They attacking her. They don't bother. The two girls they don't bother, Lexus Exodus and and Geisha Peach, because they put out clean content. They don't really rattle the manosphere, you know. So they let them breathe, and I'm happy for that. I don't want nobody to bother them. But me and Pretty Black Magic, yeah, we be getting our asses kicked out on YouTube land. It is what it is.
So
They
don't
don't like
complain.
witches. They don't like women who talk about controversial shit. They don't like women who, you know, don't kiss the ass of the manosphere. They don't like that.
But you want them on your channel though for them views.
So y'all need to be aware that when we put this content out, we put our ass on the line. Harassed. People do, you know, put out negative videos of us. They do smear campaigns. So we put our asses on the line trying to bring y'all relevant content
Smear
and be a voice for the
campaigns?
voiceless. I want y'all to be aware of that. But I'm pretty much doing this video because I'm taking the time to let these girls know, keep it coming. Don't let them tear you down.
Thank you for the hearts.
And a lot of you saw me when I was going through my shit. You saw me get made fun of. Rumors were started. Some were true, some were not.
Like which ones?
You still look at me. And I'm pretty sure that we are so happy right now where we have breathing room on YouTube. YouTube, as of lately, YouTube is a more positive place to be. This is what I've always wanted. All I want to do is put out content, y'all. Put out content, thought-provoking content,
She's gonna talk
have
about
my
Pink Pill in a
supporters,
while.
and let black women know that we're not here to be made fun of and trolled and people copy off of us and don't give us no credit. We're more than that. We are the original creations, and we deserve respect, honor, and dignity. And that is what Geisha
I agree
Peach,
there.
that is what Lexus Exodus, Golden Rose, all the subscribers that support these girls, that is what they have brought to YouTube. Believe it or not, black women are thirsty for a Pretty Black Magic. Think about how unique that is. Black women that are like Pretty Black Magic that are into magic and herbs and exotic ancestries, like having a Creole background and speaking out for the issues of black women. That is a very unique viewpoint as a black woman. You got subscribers that love her content. Geisha Peach up here living in Japan. You know, black women, we've been talking for years about doing shit like what Geisha Peach is doing.
You had the money to
Going
do
to
it.
Japan and living there. What? Japan? And a lot of us are scaredy cats. We're scared to bust the move. We're scared to do something like hop on a plane and live in
You.
Japan. And Geisha Peach said, "Oh no, honey, I'm living the life. The rent is cheaper down here. The air is cleaner. It's wonderful. Black women, come out to Japan. It's great. I get treated good over here." So we need black women like that who have the experience of living abroad and traveling abroad. And people like Trevan Foxton. Trevan Foxton, let me tell you about Trevan Foxton, who was a loyal subscriber of mine. Trevan Foxton is is an
She's
erotic.
not in Japan.
She does erotic literature. She told me or sent me one of her stories. I could not believe how talented she is. It was like reading a black Jackie Collins, for those of you who know who Jackie Collins is. And I said to myself, she is immensely talented. How come this girl is not famous? Now, you got somebody like Miss Divine, and she says, I want to live in China one day. This is what I'm talking about. Are you a subscriber of Geisha Peach, sweetheart? Go into the comment section and let us know what's going on with you. Because these are the type of people that you need to be in contact with. If you didn't subscribe to Geisha Peach's channel, run your ass over there and subscribe. Hit her up. Go into her comment section. Let her know, hey, make friends with her. And let her know you want to do what she's doing. And she could put you on. She could be a guide. She could guide you and be a mentor. Let me see what else. Now, let me see what. Let me talk one more thing about Lexus Exodus. Now, Lexus Exodus. When this video is over, sweetheart,
get to the pink pill.
I'm gonna run over to your channel and see what you are up to. But that destiny swapping, ooh, that shit had me fucked up. Because black women need to be aware many of us are being destiny swapped. And I'm not going to call out the community that's trying to do that. Because I will get attacked. I will get attacked by the alphabet people. So I don't want to play myself. But I think we both know that a certain community is trying to destiny swap with us, sweetheart. You're welcome, Trevan.
I don't think you have to worry about that, Crystal.
And you know, let's not get all the way funky on that topic. Or do you want to get all the way funky on that topic? Because Lexus Exodus brought that shit to my attention. And I thought about it and I said, you know what? Who is trying to destiny swap black women? Black males. Think about it. They got us male worshiping. They calling God the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. They destiny swap. They not no original creations. They completely left out the feminine component. There's no mother, no daughter, no nothing in that equation. Everything is just male. So right then and there, they destiny swap with us. And then you got the alphabet community destiny swapping with us. All right, imitating us, calling us fish, okay, calling us chest feeders and bleeders, which I'm in the process of doing right now, but
TMI.
calling us bleeders, and they're trying to be the face of the new black woman, and they are bullying us into calling them woman. Meanwhile, they want to put a CIS.
Isn't she part of our? Yeah, because she likes women. So what's she talking about? Yeah, Moonstone. She is a part of it.
In front of our name. But they want us to not put anything in front of their name. Just call them regular women. Woman. It. And they want to call us cis women. So they trying to destiny swap with us. And I'm piggybacking off of what Lexus Exodus said. I didn't realize this until she put out that type of content. And after Lexus Exodus put out that content, I sat there and I brainstormed and I thought about it and I said, you know what? They are trying to destiny swap with black women. But it's not that easy. They got to answer to the divine. Go into the comment section and tell me
white, Latina, and lighter skinned women judging from those sex
what
dolls.
were they thinking
Yeah,
when they tried to destiny swap
yeah. Her sex dolls look like Maria. Yep.
with black women. And where do they think they're gonna go after this life is over? Go into the comment section and tell me where you think that these alphabet people are gonna go. We're, let's be nice, y'all, but also truthful. They have to answer to the divine. Some of them want to have uteruses at the expense of black women. And now we got so many women going to Turkey, going to Mexico, getting surgeries and having missing body parts. They come back to the United States with the BBL, but their uterus is missing. Who do you think is taking the uteruses?
She talks all this shit about non-black women while getting sex dolls in their likeness.
I'm going
Yeah.
to give you a hint. Shanquella. I'm going to leave that one alone. I threw that name out there because we already know what happened to Shanquella when she went down there with a bunch of them. Why do you think what do you think they was down there to do, sweetheart? They took, in my opinion, they took her uterus. I said what I said. They took out the womb of creation.
I think we would have heard about that if that was the
Now,
case.
Lexus Exodus
If those parts were
and
missing.
Pretty Black Magic and Geisha Peach are pioneers,
Come on. Get to Pink
and
Pill.
we want to continue to see them put out content. Imagine if these girls weren't here. How empty YouTube would be. I mean, yeah, you got other channels, but these girls are unique. Each of them brings something that I've never seen before on YouTube. Don't do that. Don't do that. Wow. This is what happens when you got male energy in a female sacred space. Now, you're going to say that Shanquella was a man, too. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that. That's not what I heard. But maybe you know the truth because you're a male creature. And like I said, maybe a lot of y'all are fucking trannies right now. So maybe you know more than I know. Maybe you know more than I know. So who am I to say? I don't know what the T is on that. You know more than me.
All of a sudden, she doesn't want black men in her chat.
Now, Toujours Amor Toujours made an important point, and she said, "Oh, she has been forgot." She's been forgotten about. It's common for horrible things to happen to us, and it's like a spell. It means nothing all of a sudden. Like I said, you know, this this King Leo 80 came into the chat talking about you look more manly than any man. They want us to be masculinized. They love coming to our spaces and making fun of us, calling us men. And meanwhile, they're fucking transsexuals. Make that make sense. So you want to say that I look like a man, but meanwhile, you sticking your thing up inside of a transsexual. So we're not paying you any attention because we know a lot of y'all.
Oh, she got the Destiny Swap from TikTok. She's jealous of Pink Pill. Oh, somebody will mention her. They're gonna talk about her a little Pink Pill a little bit.
Y'all are confused. We know a lot of y'all, you guys are the fallen angels, hosts of the fallen angels. But I'm not going to let you disrupt my live when I'm talking about these wonderful girls. Back to the subject at hand. They want us to disappear. They don't want there to be a Geisha Peach, Alexis Exodus, a Pretty Black Magic. The fact that Pretty Black Magic is being attacked like that.
You said get some popcorn. I cannot remember exactly if no, yeah, because somebody said Pink Pill or PP. Crystal called her Stink Pill. I remember that, so she does bring her up. Just give it time.
And I'm calling it out because I wanted to stop. I know the manosphere has been attacking this girl, them amongst other people, for many years now. And the truth is this. They are terrified of somebody like a Pretty Black Magic. They don't even like the thought of a black woman that knows magic, that is a witch. They don't like that. But it's not that only that she's a witch. She puts out content, y'all. She talks about modern day issues. Issues of the past. She hangs up the dirty laundry of the manosphere. And I think that's a big reason why they don't like Pretty Black Magic, is because she shows the dirty laundry and defends black women. Lexus Exodus, Geisha Peach, Pretty Black Magic. Keep on doing what you're doing, sweetheart. I know it's not easy being on YouTube sometimes. I know the support, sometimes it doesn't seem like it's always as much as you want it to be. But keep on going. Because without these important girls, YouTube would be boring. YouTube, I could not imagine jumping on YouTube and not seeing a video put out by Geisha Peach or Lexus Exodus or a Golden Rose. I can't imagine. Who's going to be the voice of black women? We got these little tiny channels with maybe a few hundred subscribers, but no, we need these girls to stay and keep putting out content, and we need you to keep supporting them. So I'm just taking this time to give them a shout out, as well as my other subscribers that I mentioned, like Khadija and Scarlett and Trevan Foxton and Earthling One and Art of Aries. That's another one. Art of Aries 111 is a very, very big supporter of mine. She's always in the comments section. I really think Art of Aries 111 should start a YouTube channel. But that's not my call. That's up to her. Caramel Callie said, YouTube was boring without you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Now,
But they didn't bail you
I
out.
officially have enough money that I can get a second phone. But I'm not going to take the donation money to get a second phone because I have someone who's buying me a phone. So I'm going to hold out until my birthday comes. My birthday's August 21st. And when this friend of mine buys me my phone, then I will start doing calling shows. So look forward to calling shows.
That's funny.
After August 21st, which is my birthday. When my friend buys me my phone, that's when I will do calling shows. So look forward to calling shows coming in late August.
Why wait?
Now somebody asked what happened to Cerebral.
Yeah,
Cerebral is somebody else that I used to kind of have a rapport with. We talked on the phone a few times, and she even did a video that was supportive of me during the time that I was being attacked. Cerebral also puts out good content. And Cerebral, I am so proud of her because out of all of these girls, I think Cerebral got the highest amount of subscribers. I think the last time I really watched Cerebral like that, I think she was up to 25,000 or some crazy ass number like that. So she's in a different field altogether. She has surpassed what she set out to do. A lot of people are dependent on Cerebral. Cerebral talks about issues that black women want to hear. So we need Cerebral, y'all. We need Cerebral to stick around because she's a very big part of the black woman sector on YouTube. Go to the dark symbol. Where you at, baby? That's another one that popped up. Go to the dark symbol. I had reached out to you and sent you a text message. I don't know if you ever got it, but it was maybe about 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Never heard from you. But yeah. I was like, go to the dark symbol. This is Crystal. Never heard of, never got a response. I figured she must be caught up in her little life, you know. But I'm here now, baby.
These are your
now,
friends.
Mr. Vaughn said, I've been listening to the divested content since I was about 15.
All right, here we go.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine coming on YouTube and there's no divestment community? Imagine that. Close your eyes for a minute and imagine there's no Lexus Exodus. There's no Geisha Peach. There's no Fuck You, a.k.a. Crystal Swirls. There's no
Child, you are not divested. You know you are not divested. You need to stop right now. You are not divested when you got. Oh my goodness, you're not divested, honey. No way, no way.
Bro, imagine coming if there's no Pretty Black Magic. Imagine that. With divested. That means that we broke away from the black community. We broke away from being referred to as Bonetta and Shaniqua and Tasha. Not that know those names, but you get the picture.
No, I don't get the picture.
I also heard that Brooklyn Blue is back on the scene. Brooklyn Blue I gotta give her credit where credit is due. She's the one that put me on to the Divine Mother Feminine. So shout out to Brooklyn Blue for changing my entire fucking life. Now, YouTube was so toxic at one time because we were being what? Infiltrated by who? Undercover agents that were
infiltrated,
pretending to be a part of our community. And what they were doing was they were tearing me down. They got cut checks to basically make fun of me, dox other people, scare my subscribers.
Hold up, wait a minute. First of all, I, Dan, and anybody else didn't give you checks. Secondly, nobody doxed you when you put your own address out there several times on a video. People were telling you you were showing your address. You purposely, when you went in live, you you click for your location to be shown. So you doxed yourself.
Subscribers and dox my subscribers, and next thing you know, I had to run from YouTube for my own safety, for my own livelihood and peace of mind. I could not stay here. It was too toxic.
You did it to yourself.
Wow, I would not be surprised. Toujours up more toujours. And me and Stink Pill, I'm gonna call her Stink Pill.
Here we go.
I had a witch dream about that one. The Divine Mother revealed to me who she was, and I couldn't believe it. I was so hurt. Because I used to look up to her. I supported her. Before I came to YouTube, I was blind. I thought everybody was my friend. I thought, oh wow, I found my tribe, and nothing could be further than the truth. Some of these people are agents, y'all. And I'm not saying that's who Stink Pill is, but the Divine Mother revealed to me who she is, and it wasn't a good dream. I'm going to leave it at that.
No, you're calling her an agent because you tied her into that. But you don't want to say what it is. You a fucking coward. You a straight up coward.
I'm going to leave it at that. Because I'm back on YouTube, not to cause drama or controversy, but just to set the record straight of what really happened here.
You don't want no
and
smoke.
To let you know that these girls that I mentioned, these content creators deserve accolades. They deserve a standing ovation. They deserve nothing but our unconditional support. And without them, YouTube, YouTube would not be the same. Where would you go without a Pretty Black Magic, Alexis Exodus, and a goddamn Disha Peach? Where would you go? And now we got this new YouTube content creator, relatively new, called Exoticals United. She is a very unique voice, and she speaks out for the unambiguous black women. She talks about texturism, colorism, and she calls it like she sees it. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about, diversity. There's a little something for everybody on YouTube. Now, Caramel Callie said, what about Sin G? I heard Sin G is back on YouTube. That's what I heard.
You said she was.
That's what I heard. She back on YouTube.
Yourself. Accused of calling CPS and you so stop lying.
Now go to the Dark Sybil said, PP, we know who that is. Living in struggle divestment. She doesn't look happy at all. Any tea on her? Even though me and her had beef before.
Come on, pink pill.
And she pretty much tried to say that I didn't serve as a good look for the divestment community.
You don't.
But I'm here to let you know that black women come from all backgrounds. Not just the bougie, hold your wine glass like this type of black woman. The polished type of black woman. The fact that I was so rough around the edges, as she put it, and I'm from Brooklyn and I came from a rough background, I was unique in the sense that black women from that type of background said, can I swirl too? Would other races like me? Can I do something like belong to a community of black women that are like-minded, even though they come from different backgrounds? And I prove that you can belong, that you can make friends with bougie people. Yourself bougie, honey. But I'm here to tell you, sweetheart, compared to my background, you're bougie. And the amazing thing is that we are still friends. We
she changed the focus because she was talking about her being rough around the edges and so forth. That it's for she's not part of being in the divestment community. That she can't be the face of it. She switched it up and started talking about just being friends with women. That's not how you started out, Crystal. You started talking about pink pills, and basically saying that you're not bougie or whatever. You switched it up. You switched it up. You're not the face of divestment in no shape or form. No, ma'am.
we saw beyond our different backgrounds, and you still accepted me. Neither one of those girls, Keisha Peach or Scarlett, acted stuck up. Neither one of them did. They accepted me and they supported me. And this is why I love this space, because the love I get from certain people is unconditional love. They never look down on me. I've had different experiences, like with the stink pill. The stink pill looked down on me. The stink pill tried to paint the face of swirling or the divestment community as being polished, refined, in shape. No.
What she's trying to say is that if you want a Brad, a real Brad, then he's looking for a certain type of black woman, and it's not you. You got Milkman. That ain't a Brad, by definition. Other than being he's Italian but white, he was Milkman was not a Brad. That was not a flex, sweetheart. I found out she has another channel called Lennox Moonstone, but she abandoned it. I assume it's because she wasn't getting any views. You talking about are you talking about Pink Pill Moonstone?
Cursing. This is what we want the world to do black women as. And, somebody like Geisha Peach said, Crystal, even though you rough around the edges, as the state bill say, it's okay. I'll still be your friend. We still want to hear about your experiences swirling, divesting. We want to hear where your journey has led you. And that's what I love. So I've had two different experiences. One was negative, and I was, the person acted like they were my friend, but they were just there to collect information, steal some of my subscribers, and
No, she just told you something that you didn't want to hear. You want friends who just, you know, it's good to be accepted as the person you are, but at the same time, you should be having those friends to be like, look, girl, let's sit down. We need to talk about some stuff. You should have friends that can be real with you, and you take their advice and put it to use. You don't want that. I believe that's what Pink Pill was trying to do. You just didn't want to hear it.
light and do damage control. And the other one, which is Geisha Peach, Geisha Peach was supportive.
Hold up. Those $500 worth of wigs could have bought her a Planet Fitness membership for a few years. Yes. Crystal had a channel. Oh, okay. About witchcraft. All right. I think I remember something about that. But yeah, $500 worth of wigs, and then the one she got for the 500. Man, where she buying the things at Temu?
She talked the talk and she walked the walk. Same thing with Lexus Exodus. Lexus Exodus remembered, you know what, I'm not going to turn on Crystal. Because I clearly remember Crystal was the one that said, go ahead, Lexus Exodus, start your channel, baby. We need, the more of us there are, the better. And Lexus Exodus took it and ran.
Yeah, she accused me of being a mod for Miss Archduchess back that live of her crying over Milkman, and the women that she called the twins because they sound the same were trying to give her advice, and they took they talked to her offline, off the live, and I talked to Crystal, and she said, "Go over there and tell they're over there with Miss Archduchess. Tell them I fell asleep on the phone. I wasn't ignoring them. Go over there and tell them. Go over there and tell them." So I did. I went over there, put in the chat. She didn't fall asleep. Blah blah. She told me to let you know. And next thing you know, Crystal's telling me, saying that I'm over there being a mod for her, for Miss Archduchess. That woman has no idea who I am. I did you a favor by going over there trying to save your face with the twins, and you call me a mod because I'm over there doing what you asked me to do.
And she always reached back and she said, "Thank you, Crystal, for, you know, you shouted me out. You tell your subscribers
Like she can
to
grant
run over
permission for
there
people.
and sub to my
Yeah,
channel,"
I say
which
you
helped her
start a
out in the
channel, and
beginning
you start a channel,
tremendously.
and you start a channel.
Tremendously. She didn't have to wait weeks and weeks and weeks to build her channel. She cheated by having all my subscribers run over there and support her. And I was so happy for them to do that. I encouraged them to do that. And I'm so proud of how far her channel has come.
Why would you use the word cheat then?
Tears come to my eyes when I think about how far Lexus Exodus has come in on YouTube.
Hey, Cinnabon.
Nobody knew who the fuck she was. And out of nowhere, she bust onto the scene. I gave a couple of shout outs. She built her channel. And now we are running over to her channel to see what the fuck this girl's talking about. Same thing with Geisha Peach. Now look at the word Geisha. Geisha, that's a Japanese. Isn't Geisha a Japanese high society girl? Uh, 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 what is that? Somebody go into the comment section. Look up the word Geisha.
It's pronounced geisha, like the movie Memoirs of a Geisha.
Look up the word Geisha, and I know it has something to do with those Japanese women of high society, and they paint their faces white, and they're considered high class, some shit like that. But Geisha Peach is for those black women that are on the bougie side. They want to grab a passport, live abroad in a place like Japan. There's a place on YouTube for you if you sub to Geisha Peach and see her content. Those black women that are on the bougie side and you into crypto, you into Bitcoin, investing, living abroad, Geisha Peach got the perfect channel for you. Perfect channel for you.
Everyone's an agent that's against her.
So we have an array of black women from different backgrounds that each bring something different to the table. Pretty Black Magic is of Creole descent. She's high. She's a W, and she it has a lot in common with me. Now she's another one that I encourage to start a channel.
Her accent ain't fake though.
And I couldn't believe it. One day I jumped on YouTube. This girl had her channel up and running. I said, "Would you look at that?" And when I tell you she had to fight tooth and nail for every subscriber she got. She just kept hanging in there, putting out content. Not every follows the straight path of Christianity.
Agent too.
Some of us blend Christianity in along with our
Everybody's an agent.
hoodoo, our voodoo, our witch stuff, whatever the fuck you want to call it. We have an eclectic blend of practices. Now, I just wanted to do this video to let these girls know All of the people that I mentioned, Khadijah, Scarlett, Trevan Foxton, Geisha Peach, Scarlett, Lexus Exodus, Pretty Black Magic, Earthling 1, Art of Aries 111, okay? Golden Rose, who else is in here? Go to the Dark Sybil. That's another one that I developed a really good relationship with, and we talked on the phone several times. These are people that
Let you rot in
are
jail.
our voices, y'all. Without them, the manosphere would what? Paint the portrayal of what they think a black woman is. Because at one time, they just wanted swirling to be the face of the pink pill. When you were overweight, obese, you didn't look like the pink pill. You didn't fit the stereotypical swirl black woman. What about us? The overweight, the obese, the ones that are not polished, that don't come from good backgrounds. We were locked out until I bust on the scene. And I said, hold the fuck up. Not all of us drink wine from a wine glass and go to wine tastings and, you know, we're bougie. Some of us are black women of all backgrounds wanted in. They tried to lock us the fuck out, y'all. I'm telling y'all.
You are not divestment.
Caramel Callie said, let me go back to what Caramel Callie said. Caramel Callie said a comment earlier, and she said, LOL, I am a hood divester. Let's give it up for the hood divestors. They tried to lock us out. We go, church, time for church, y'all. I'm going to make y'all laugh. They tried to lock us out. They tried to say, you're too fat. You're too black. You curse too much. You're not bougie. You can't sit with us. I said, you can't sit with us.
And I remember you telling certain black women that who could and could not sit with you with that CBCP caramel bronze peanut butter shit. You were telling black women who could sit with you at your table.
Go back to the hood with Tyrone.
You right there.
You're over 300 pounds. Nobody wants you.
Nobody
and
does.
I think that's why girls like Caramel Callie, who I don't know what weight she is, but I know she could. It doesn't matter what size you are. You know, a slim, thick hood. It doesn't matter. But there was no voice for us on YouTube at one time. Girl, come on, Bliss. Come on, Bliss. She said facts. All these bougie, fake divestors trying to lock us out. Not today. Yup. I was the face of struggle, and they made fun of my weight, my weight condition at one time got so bad. The highest weight that I went up to was 387, y'all. I was eating myself to death, laying in bed, doing YouTube videos, depressed as fuck. I felt like nobody heard me, nobody was listening, and I was addicted to YouTube because suddenly, I felt like I had a voice. I had friends. Amidst all of the toxicity and the evil people that did videos about me, I had people that wanted to hear me talk for 5 hours straight, 6 hours straight, and they were fascinated by me. And, you know, I've been through hell and back on YouTube, y'all.
Yes, she does, Moonstone.
Now, Bliss said, right? Acting like they didn't grow up on food stamps. Bitch, bye. Bitch, bye. And that's what some of these black women do. They come from, whether it's a middle class background or a working class background or a poor background. They get their coins together a little bit. They act polished. They lose some weight. Then they jump on YouTube, put up a channel, act bougie, and act like this is the face of what a swirl looks like. I was going on dates. I was having relationships. A few of them were not savory, were not good relationships. Actually, a couple of them, one of them was very toxic.
Here we go.
One of the relationships was very toxic. It involved domestic violence. It was horrible. And, you know, what came out of that was the person, otherwise known as Milkman, went his separate way, cleaned himself up. He is on the other side of Florida, y'all.
And how
Far,
do you
far
know this?
hours away from me. Close to Miami. He's close to 5 hours away from me. And this man cleaned himself up. And from time to time, you know, he'll send me a cash app, a friendly note. He'll text me, and we are on speaking terms. I will probably never see that man again.
Let me stop right there and read this real quick. No one said you had to be bougie. She was and still is vulgar and perverted and doesn't know how to act in general. Exactly. That's the problem. You ain't gotta be bougie. Brad. Any man is ugh. They don't want you on their arm, Crystal. They can't take you to the parties, meetings, and dinners. They can't take you. Not with that mouth. They can't. I mean, if they like, you know, big size women, that be you. But that mouth, no, no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. You will be stuck with the likes of milkmen. But let's live this claiming to be divested woman. Oh my goodness, y'all, listen to this.
And I'm fine with that. But I think he knows that I will always care about him and love him and keep him in my prayers because that's the type of person I am.
Care about him and love him. You still care and love the man who used to beat your ass every day, kick you in the face. You stay in contact with a man who used to beat you. And you want to be part of the divestment world? Child.
I don't like to hold on to grudges. If I say I love you, I love you. Milkman had a what? Crack addiction. But he came from a wealthy family. And now his mother and father are back in his life. This man got a job. He cleaned himself up, and I think he went back to Becky.
Plus, she's horrible at picking wigs, putting on makeup, and dressing. Who's gonna want to take her anywhere? Exactly. Exactly. I cannot believe you still stay in contact with your abuser. And it has nothing to do with holding grudges. It's just the fact of knowing that you don't want to deal with that person after what they put you through. It's about having some self-esteem about yourself. But I mean, you're gonna hang on to what you can get, even if he's 5 hours away.
He doesn't want to tell me because he knows it would hurt my feelings. I saw, just like you saw through me. You saw the goodness in me. I saw the goodness in Milkman. Even though he did some fucked up shit and some bad things, I realized that he was a victim of his addiction.
That don't mean you gotta be a victim of his. Oh, well, you know what? He had abs and he was cute by your standards. Oh, if he beats my ass a while, it's okay. As long as I'm getting the dick. Beggars can't be choosy.
I'm saying all of this to show black women that women of all backgrounds, black women of all backgrounds are swirling, are divesting. We may start out swirling, going from Tyrone to Brad and Jose, getting our feet wet, seeing what I've been swirling, swirling, and then you end up in a situation where you are male divested.
And you're not.
So this is not one size fits all, y'all. Your journey may lead you to a completely
To say, she said that she touches herself every now and then thinking about him. Stockholm syndrome at its finest. Did he have abs? I remember seeing him shirtless and don't remember any. I saw bones, the crack. I have a feeling he will be back in the picture. Isn't this how he came back the first time? Yup. Dan was better option for her, but she fumbled. Exactly. Exactly.
different place where you started than where you started. My journey has led me to celibacy and being single. A weight loss journey where I actually this time lost some fucking significant weight. And I'm still losing weight. So this is a beautiful thing, y'all.
She hinted around about him, and then she put him on a lie when he was whooping her.
Many black women jumped in my they're not just here for the divestment experience. They're saying, girl, I need to get this weight off. So I attracted goddamn Geisha Peach. Never would have thought. Cause they on a kind of on a bougie side. The background is kind of bougie. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know nothing about crypto and Bitcoin, but Geisha Peach does. Geisha Peach knows what it's like to live in Japan. This is what I'm saying. It's beautiful when you can cross barriers, class barriers, income barriers, and be friends with another black woman. That is a beautiful fucking thing.
So you're basically living vicariously through Geisha Peach in her Japan land, right? That's just pretty much what you're doing. That's the closest you're gonna come to bougie is knowing another bougie person.
Van Foxton said, "Thank you. Black women are not a monolith. We're not. We what makes this sector of YouTube so important
having some class doesn't make
is
someone
that
bougie. Exactly.
we could show the world. We are not. You can't paint with a. You can't paint all of us with a wide paintbrush. One size fit all. We come in a variety of sizes, shapes, backgrounds, experience. I tapped into the domestic violence community because I was open and I was transparent. And I made a friend. I don't want to say her name because I don't like telling people's business, but
hold up, wait, wait a minute, I gotta hear that again, y'all. Wait a minute, what'd she just say?
Experience. I tapped into the domestic violence community because I was open and I was transparent. And I made a friend. I don't want to say her name because I don't like telling people's business, but I made a certain friend. She knows who she is. And we had similar experiences.
Tapped into
and her experience turned out to be positive as well. You know who you are.
Tapped into the
and she didn't know who else to turn to. I got a call, and she said, "Is this Crystal?" I was like, "Yeah." She gave me her name and she said, I'm experiencing something similar to what you are experiencing. And it had to do with drugs. The person was on drugs. I said, oh my God. And to this day, we are friendly towards each other. Every now and then we'll reach out on YouTube or TikTok and give each
So
other
she
a shout
rather
out.
have an
So
abuser come
I've
back in
made
her life
lifelong
than
friends
getting
on
with
YouTube, y'all.
a man who's not making
Lifelong
it sense.
friends.
She loves herself
And
some Mike.
I just want black women to
She's not
realize
fooling anyone.
there's somebody out
Right.
there just like you. Trevor Foxton writes literature, erotic literature. I used to do that at one point in time, but I stopped. I lost my mojo, and just being friends with Trevor Foxton, who supports me heavily, heavily.
So you
I think I'm gonna get back into writing short stories again.
you
The
think
way I
she
did back when I was a teenager, when I was in my 20s,
you
my
think she
30s.
supports
I
you?
used to do that shit. And I wrote some really good stories, y'all. I mean, girl, I want to get back. Ooh, the Divine Mother gave me a sign. That was lightning, y'all. That was lightning. That was a crackle of lightning. Divine Mother said, bitch, do it. Trevor Foxter said, swirlers don't have a particular look. Some of them are stuck on stupid with it. Thank you. Fucking thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Caramel Callie. Now listen and listen very fucking closely. Tyrone and Becky and all of the rest of the people that are undercover haters, they are terrified that we come in a variety of sizes and shapes, and that some of us are divested and we're swirling, or we're divesting, or doing both. They're terrified because they wanted the pink pill. I said what I said. They said most of you bitches are fat or overweight. So that's going to lock out about at least 65 or 70% of black women. Y'all are locked out of the swirl game and the divestment game. So we're not threatened by you swirlers. That's what Becky was thinking. That's why, and Tyrone too. Tyrone was another one that thought you bitches ain't going nowhere because y'all are all fat. The white man don't want you. Y'all ain't going to date. And now we got black women, because of all the bashing, we are forming groups, comparing experiences and say, yeah, we're being honest about our weight now. We're not hiding anymore. So you got black women and they 500s, they 600s, they 300s. Okay? And we're saying, yeah, we got a serious problem here. We have a serious problem and we need to do something about it. I told you in my last video, Tyrone had his cell phone and he was filming about 5 or 6 black women that were jogging slowly. All of them were overweight or obese. And he said, what do you call that? And the black woman said something smart to him. And that video is up on TikTok somewhere. So it just comes to show groups. We're comparing and we're saying we got to do something about this weight thing. We're sharing recipes. We're peeking over the fence. Hey girl, what you doing? What did you eat today? How was your day today? Did you have a good day with your eating? Did you binge eat? Did you slip? Yeah, girl, I slipped. I ate this and this and this, but I picked myself back up. I'm back on the bandwagon. This is what we need. They don't want us to form groups, alliances. They want black women that's bougie over there, the black women that are in shape, beautiful, and bougie. We only let y'all in. The rest of you bitches can't come. And I changed the face of that. I said, hold the fuck up. We not gonna do this today.
You did what?
We got somebody like Caramel Callie. She said, I've been divested at 15 years old in 1996. So this comes to show you this is nothing new. You've got black women that have been divested since they were teenagers. That you always knew you did not fit the stereotypical black girl. Shaniqua with the bonnet. And even though I'm ratchet as fuck, a lot of you don't realize I'm very intelligent. I speak two languages. I speak Spanish and I speak English. I'm nerdy. I was the nerdy one in school. I wore bummy clothes. I came from, you know, a background, a Caribbean background on my mother's side, and that's what gave me a little bit of a a a, a one up. That saved me from being in the projects. I moved from the projects into a house when I was 4 years old back in 1979. So that kind of helped my status out a little bit. My practice hypergamy. She hello like Pretty Black Magic. She married an electrician. She had 3 properties.
What the hell is she talking about? You didn't have a house back then. What are you talking about? That was not yours.
And that's what saved me from being stuck in the projects in Brooklyn. Grandma saved me.
See,
My mother was a complete fuck up.
house.
I love you, Mom, but yeah, you were a fuck up. No disrespect. But, my mother suffered from mental health issues. So she had her reasons for doing what she did. She didn't make the best decisions when it came to men. She had...
Well, looky there. She handed it down to you. She handed it down to you.
The heart of a child and men took advantage of her. So I am not going to put my mother down for that. I'm just keeping it real with you. And I'm showing you that black women of all sizes, shapes, complexions, we are swirling. Some of us are divesting. Some of us are walking the path of being celibate. Some of us are single, but not celibate. We are a potpourri. We are a potpourri of different experiences. That's the beautiful thing about this whole thing. And please don't think because somebody like Agisha Peach, who lives in Japan, can't be friends with a Crystal Swirls. A fuck you. Absolutely she can. That's the beauty in it. You can overlook the ratchetness, the trauma, the raggedy background, and you can say, wow, I'm actually, and I used to hate girls like that. I used to be so close-minded. The old me years ago would have took somebody like Agisha Peach. I would have gave her the time of day because I would have said, you bougie, you live in Japan. I don't got nothing in common with you. You do crypto and Bitcoin. I would have let my ignorance shut me out from making a wonderful friend.
But your $500 donation changed my mind.
And a lot of black women do that. They get intimidated from someone of a higher class and they feel like they're less than, and they let that stop them from making a wonderful friend. And Geisha Peach was the one who set it off. Geisha Peach was the one that was transparent and said, yeah, I live in Japan, I live abroad. I could pick up, she was a polished chick. She was one of the polished ones. And she made friends with me. And we overlooked our different backgrounds, and we formed a beautiful friendship. Same thing with Lexus Exodus. I don't know what Lexus Exodus's background is. I really don't know. But to me, Lexus Exodus, just by listening to her, you could tell this girl knows how to pick up a book and read. You could tell that she is well read. You could tell she got manners. I will put her in the bougie category. Absolutely. But it doesn't matter. Not all black women are ratchet. Not all black women curse like Crystal Swirls. Not all black women come from Brooklyn. Defy the stereotype of being ghetto. Okay? So let's get that clear right now. And I think it's a beautiful thing because not all of us are ghetto. Some of us were unfortunate enough to be, we had no say so in our environment. We had no say so in living in poverty, growing up poor. We didn't have any say so in that.
But you gotta say so now, though. You gotta say so now. Let's see. Having manners equates to bougie in her eyes. Jesus, dude. I know. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And she keeps going back and forth about, you know, fat people can swirl, and they say we can, and da da da. And then it's, oh, we're checking on each other. How much weight have you lost? Are you eating good? I mean, do you want to be fat? And it's okay, or you want to lose weight? Because keeps intertwining both of them. The investment, the bougie, the fat girls can swirl too.
And it reflected in our personality, in the way we talk, in the way in the way we communicate. Some of us curse too much. Okay, it becomes a part of the fabric of your being. But I'm working on mine. I'm working on being more polished. Look at Eve, the rapper. I bet you Eve, the rapper, she's like me. She could
No,
navigate in both social circles.
you can't do that.
Because I always had my head in a book. I was always nerdy. That's what saved me from being really, really ratchet. Because the same way I could curse and act ratchet, I know how to act polished, tone down the cursing. I'm the type of person, I go on YouTube and look up a wine tasting video, an etiquette video, how to set a table right. That's the type I am. Okay? And Eve, that's what I love about Eve, the rapper. Because Eve married a white man that's a millionaire. She left these niggas alone. And she navigated into a different stratosphere, y'all. So you got some of us, just because I'm ghetto, I'm 60% ghetto, but I could be 40% bougie.
No, you can't.
I know when to tone it down.
She wouldn't be able to
And
navigate in
if
high
I don't know what to
society
say or how
Nope.
to conduct myself, I'm the type, I'll blend into the wallpaper and watch how is she holding her wine glass. I'll study how other people are eating their meal.
Wasn't she just talking about, well, some of us don't drink from a wine glass, and that's bougie? Now she talking about she's studying it. You can't. You can't. You can't. You can't. You can't. You don't leave the house to even practice this shit. And if you were to be bougie here on your channel, they'd probably get bored because they want you raw and ratchet. I bet she thinks this class bouginess is that baking voice that she uses when she's talking to guys. Yes. No, that's no.
The knife goes on this side.
She will
The
never.
salad fork goes on this side. You work your way in. I will study other people and how they eat in.
Ooh. If she could, then she would have finished the free course that Chrysalin gave her. Yes. 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 I remember she read a little snippet of it. I don't think Pink Pill was happy about that part. It was a little snippet. Don't even remember what it was. But yeah, she would have taken advantage of that and read it. Mm, Crystal ain't gonna change. She's not gonna change. She can swirl. I, she can swirl, but she'll end up with more Milkmen. Whether they beat you up or not, just that class of guy is what she will get. That's her swirling pool right there. Milkman types.
Before I even start eating my meal, so I won't make a fool of myself. That's the type I am. So I'm not like I'm this person that you can't take nowhere. So let's set that straight right now. And my grandmother, she's
Oh,
from the Caribbean.
let me back up. I want to hear. Anybody take me nowhere but Applebee's, honey.
The salad fork goes on this side. You work your study other people and how they eating before I even start eating my meal. So I will make a fool of myself. That's the type I am. So I'm not like I'm this person that you can't take nowhere. So let's set that straight right now. And my grandmother, she's from the Caribbean. She's Jamaican. She tried to teach me one day. I was 14 years old. The year was 1990. I came home from school and grandma was trying to give me a lesson on how to set the table. I look back at that shit like, girl, I was a mess, honey. Granny she tried to make a lady out of me. Grandma, you tried, baby. And, Grandma died in 2019. And before she died, I was on the phone with her for 2 hours. And I got a chance to tell my grandma, who I never had more than a 2-minute conversation with, because she was a very emotionally cold, distant woman. I told her, Grandma, I did it. I bought the house. I got property. I was so proud to tell her that before she died. And she died knowing that I made it out the hood. So that's one of the accomplishments that's very big in Caribbean culture. Property ownership.
What? What property is she talking about? I know she ain't talking about this house right here. She would be talking about whatever house her and baby daddy lived in that didn't have heat.
So like I said, you got black women of all backgrounds. And just because you come from a different background, you might identify as being a mixture of different cultures within the black race. Is that possible? Absolutely. If you the type to move around, live here, live there, let's say you was a military brat. You might find yourself living in the ghetto of Detroit or in Brooklyn. You stay there for 3 or 4 years. Then your father or your mother, they move. And you move to somewhere bougie. Like to Japan with geisha peaches.
Military brat. Wait a minute. Wait, I gotta make sure I heard her right. Wait a minute.
If you're the type to move around, live here, live there, let's say you was a military brat. You might find yourself living in the ghetto of Detroit.
Right there. A military brat living in the ghetto of Detroit. I hope she's not talking about. I hope she's not talking about when you're with your family and y'all go to different bases. No, you're gonna live on the base. You're not gonna be in the hood. You're gonna live on the military base in the city. I'm a military brat. You're not gonna be living in the hood. You're gonna be on the base.
Or in Brooklyn. You stay there for 3 or 4 years. Then your father or your mother, they move. And you move to somewhere bougie. Like to Japan with geisha peaches. You see what I'm saying? So you might have a little bit of everything inside of you. But I'm making this video, y'all, because I don't want to keep y'all too long. I'm making this video because I want to give recognition to the supporters, to the content creators that I mentioned, and to the subscribers that are actively supporting this part of YouTube. Let's make it positive, y'all. And if these people come back with their bullshit and they're negative and they try to drive us out, you see that they're taking down Pretty Black Magic's channel. They're coming after her. Support. Send a cash app. Send a warm message in her comment section. Reach out to Pretty Black Magic while she's here, and these other people too. Don't take us for granted. Support us while we're here, y'all. Because we are paving the way for the future generations of YouTubers. It doesn't end with us. There are people listening right now that want to start their own YouTube channel. We have to show them the beehive effect. Sticking together as a community. No toxicity. And even in the face of diversity or toxicity, we stick together. We support. I know you are just as happy as I am that it's not toxic and these trolls. And that's why I told you, people that was making negative videos about me, the people that attack Pretty Black Magic, don't watch their videos. Starve them out. Ignore them. Because if you don't pay attention to them, they will go away. Then we can have fun like we used to. Remember the good old days when we had ape roasts? I will be getting a call-in show in late August. My birthday's August 21st. When my friend buys my phone, I'm going to take this donation money. I'm going to be honest with you, y'all. I'm taking my donation money that was given to me, and I am a few $100s away from paying off my court fees. I'm going to pay these court fees off so I can have my freedom. Finish doing my probation, and that's what I'm going to use the money for. But I have a friend of mine who's going to buy me a phone for my birthday. So the call-in show will be back. And I just wanted Geisha Peach and Texas Exton, ALW, Trevan Foxton, Pretty Black Magic. I want y'all to know that's where your money's going towards. My court fees to get me the fuck out of this situation I'm in, so I can be free, and I can be on YouTube putting out content. I gotta buy my feet now.
Tell them to help you with your internet.
Okay, thanks to your generous donation, I am halfway out of debt. I got like about $400 more I owe them, and I'm done. I'm free of my court fees. But the money that you gave me, which was close to $300 collectively from those few girls I mentioned, that shit helped me. Because I was at the 700 mark, y'all. Now I'm down to like 400. So I'm digging my way out of a hole. I'm halfway out, and I thank you so much for helping me with that. Now,
Public service announcement. If you're just under 5,000 subscribers, minus myself and a few others here watching with me, we just send you $1. You could have your court fees done and then some left over.
my phone is going to be bought by my friend, and that's what we're going to do the call-in shows. Okay? Now, don't think you got to always donate $100. If you don't feel like donating 100, donate 5. Donate 1. Fuck. There's been times I've been happy to see that $2 donation on my Cash App. And if I could get like 15 or 20 people to give me $2, that's good money to me.
Here we go.
That is good money. How you think I've been getting the weight off? Somebody like Pretty Black Magic gets me by. I'm barely getting by. My money's going to court fees. I'm broke as fuck, and then somebody like Pretty Black Magic donates $10, and I run to Walmart. I get my cucumbers. I get my apples. I'm juicing again. You saw me eating a cucumber on a video. That was because of Pretty Black Magic giving me that $10. I was broke as fuck, and I was not going to touch that money for my court fees. I was not going to touch that money.
Get a job.
Everything that my tenant gives me goes towards my electricity bill, and it goes to my damn court fees.
Now, hold up. Your tenant. Everything you get from your tenant goes to your court fee. If he's paying $600, you got to be done by now. But then yesterday's live, you said it was peaceful not having anybody there, so he must have been at work. So maybe Jose is still in the house. How much? much are you charging him for rent that your court fees are not paid off yet already? Why are you starving if he's paying you rent? If he's paying rent, or is he paying in some other way?
I'm $400. I got a friend of mine to give me a phone for my birthday. He ain't gonna buy it until my birthday comes on August 21st. But look forward to.
Oh, he's not gonna buy it until your birthday. But we're male divested. Men suck. We don't need men. I'm gonna date myself. I don't need no man bothering me, asking me questions. I don't need this. I don't need that. I don't need no man. I can take myself out to eat. That was yesterday. But he is buying her a phone. Y'all keep turning a blind eye to this girl. She just keep lying and lying and lying, and y'all keep paying for those lies.
caller shows. Look forward to that shit. And I want you guys to participate. I don't want to be talking and talking and talking, and y'all are just sitting there listening. Call in. Because I'm going to tell you something. We're going to do some different shit on this channel, y'all. We're going to keep it like the old days.
Yeah, it's not different.
We going to... How many of y'all want to do 8 roasts? 8 roasts again. We used to roast the shit out of Tyrone, y'all. We used to make fun of Tyrone. Sometimes Becky. Yes, we did. Caramel Callie said, girl, I have so many money ideas for you. You sleeping on money. I would pay to access your old videos. I would buy any books you put out. I want to learn more, and I'm willing to pay. See? You got people that... Girl, I just wrote a song for Ozzy Osbourne. I'm trying to get somebody. It's called... The name of the song is... What's the name of that goddamn song? I wrote it this morning. Only My Body Is Gone. Only My Body Is Gone. I've been binge watching Ozzy Osbourne. I left several comments in the comment section of his videos. Let them know I'm a songwriter. I have this song about Ozzy Osbourne. It was inspired by him. And I have a list of songs that I want somebody with the right connections that I can make some money off of my songs. I'm a very good songwriter. Excellent. So I want to, girl.
Oh my goodness. Ozzy just turned in his grave. Ozzy just turned in his grave. He's like, bitch, what? Oh my goodness. This is too much.
I wrote this song. It's called Driving Blind. Girl, that would take over the world, that song. Okay, and the song Driving Blind is like an alternative song. And it has a hard bass. It's like a heavy metal song. Okay, Driving Blind. Girl, if I could get this song into the hands of a heavy metal group like Metallica or Bon Jovi or Aerosmith or one of these motherfuckers, I would be a millionaire.
Girl, all of those guys are from our time and they are retired or dead. Sorry, Ozzy. Girl, please. But if she really wants to go that route, find somebody who can sing your song and go on YouTube or TikTok, and maybe it'll circle around and somebody might see it.
So, I'm saying all of this to say, Lexus Exodus, I tip off my hat to you. Geisha Peach, Trevan Foxton, Art of Aries, Khadijah, Scarlett, Go to the Dark Sybil, Trevan Foxton. There's so many of them. Caramel Callie. Come on. If I didn't say your name, it's not personal. You know who you are. Pretty Black Magic, let's go. Bliss, these are all my girls. So let's keep supporting the movement, y'all. If you did not subscribe to Geisha Peach's channel or Lexus Exodus or Pretty Black Magic, go over there. Run over there right now and do it. Run over there right now and support their content. All right? That's the end of my video. I just wanted to show them some love, show my subscribers some love, and let y'all know what's about to
Hulk Hogan either.
about the upcoming content I got coming up. Once I get that call-in phone, y'all, don't front on me. I want y'all to call up the show. And some of you said this is a women's only space. We're gonna have the men call in. We are gonna have a gender war.
In the beginning, it's nice for us to have a space where we can talk without men, a safe space. Now, here she is doing an invite of the men. She cannot keep up with what she talks about in one single live. You don't want the men. Now you want the men. Men ain't this. We don't need them. I'm going to date myself. Guys, buy me a phone. Now you want to call in show again with me. You are not divested from men.
Call-in show. We're not just talking about Tyrone, y'all. We talking about Brad. We want to hear from men that are celibate. We want to hear from the incels, their experience, whether it's voluntary or involuntary, of being celibate. We want to know what they think about black women from diverse walks of life and our different journeys. So we're going to have people from different backgrounds calling in. We might even have a call-in show with Becky and other non-black women who are being discriminated against by black women because they choose to go with Tyrone. I got so many different ideas, so many people that I want to hear from that don't.
No, you want to roast these people. You were just talking about Becky a while ago. You want to roast these people. They better look out.
Don't have a voice. My Cash App is $. You can write it. Go to the dark symbol. Do me a favor and write my Cash App info in.
Santa Bunny, I was thinking the same thing. Why does she want to know what incels think about that? I was wondering the same damn thing. She wants to argue. That's all that is. Have these fights, arguments back and forth, and get Khadijah and her usual that take over the live stream, and she just sits back laughing. That's what she wants.
As well as my PayPal. My Cash App is $, capital S. That's the only capital. Capital S. Everything else is lowercase. TALBANS 8. $, St. Albans, $. That's my Cash App. And the only capital letter in St. Albans is the S. There you go. Thank you very much. So, it doesn't have to be a big thing, y'all. Even if it's $2, $1, donate. You don't think I need that $1? The fuck? I'll buy me some more cucumbers with that shit.
Yeah. I think you're exactly right, Santa Bunny. You're exactly right.
The divine is going crazy outside. Y'all hear that thunder? She's like, yeah, bitch, go buy you some more cucumbers with $2. I love my $2 donators. I love them. Love them, love them, love them, love them. So, like I said, y'all, I want to do call-in shows. We want to do something different on YouTube. Not just the same old, same old. We might even have a call-in show where white women call in, sharing their experiences of how black women treat them. Because you got white women out there that they feel like black women, don't like them because they date Tyrone. There's a lot of these There's a lot of these Beckys down here with biracial babies dating Tyrone. And a lot of them have negative experiences from black women. I want to hear from them.
Why?
We might even have a Becky versus Keisha call-in show. I'll wait. We might have a ghetto Becky call-in show.
So you want to have a gathering of women to argue and fight with each other. If she and her followers are so divisive from men, why does she keep talking about them? Focus on empowering women, maybe. Yeah, yeah. She, Crystal, Crystal. We're gonna hear another. I ended my celibacy story. We're gonna hear another one. We're gonna hear another one, and it might be Milkman. It might be Milkman.
Because that's another one whose voice has not been heard.
Well, put your sex dolls on the screen. Let them talk.
Nobody, they don't have a voice. They don't have a tribe. You didn't think that there's ghetto Beckys out there that's not into Tyrone? Yeah, they exist.
Does she even know any to have that kind of live stream?
Caramel Callie said, I'll do the versus Maria show. I'm ready. Girl, that is overdue. Because some of these Latinas, they got a problem with us. There's a lot of them like that. You know, and my call-in show, I want you to know ahead of time, you can curse. You could stereotype, you could be racist, that's what we do over here. I'm not promoting hatred, I am promoting the way you feel. Keeping it what? Real. The way you feel is the definition of keeping it real. So there is no such thing as racism, sweetheart. If that's how you feel, let's go.
Really?
So we gotta, because, you know, there's a lot of censorship going on. There's a lot of, ooh, you're not supposed to say that. That's racist. That's sexist. You can't say that. There's a lot of that going on, and it's stopping us from being true Americans.
Yeah, you go ahead and do that and see if you can get flagged for that shit. If she does this, it's going to be so cringe. Yeah, it is. It is. It's going to be a lot of yelling and screaming on top of each other, and it's. I'm gonna watch. I will be here to watch and react.
It's stopping us from expressing ourselves. And to me, America is all about expression, freedom of speech. So that's what we're trying to do over here, y'all. So that's all I want to say. Thank you for supporting me. And like I said, don't. If you run over to my Cash App, give $2. I am grateful as fuck. I'll buy me 3 cucumbers with. It makes a difference in my life. So thank you for everything, everybody. And I just wanted to do this little video for my girls. I love y'all. Thank you so much for everything. And you guys have enjoy the rest of y'all day. Peace.
She is not getting money from her roommate. She is not. They're not paying $600. You could put. I mean, I don't know how much her court fees are. I'm pretty sure she can work out some kind of payment plan, the money towards that, and be broke, and then be begging for cucumber money. It don't make any sense. It does not make any sense. How is Jose, or whoever your roommate is now, how are they paying you? I want to know, how are they paying you? Not how much, but how. There's got to be, eggplant or something. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, let's wait for her to get her phone from that man. It might be Milkman. It might be Milkman getting her the phone. But we'll see. I'm interested in watching these future call-ins. It's, but until then, I will see y'all next time and enjoy the rest of your weekend.